First, I welcome the government's commitment to scrapping the costly and inhumane Rwanda plan, repealing much of the previous government's draconian legislation and overturning the pause on processing asylum applications. The government has averted a meltdown by cutting the delays built in by the previous government. The government is also right to seek to tackle the vicious smuggling gangs who prey on the most vulnerable. But how we do this, Madam Deputy Speaker, is key to its success. Madam Deputy Speaker, the despair of the toxic, dehumanising political narrative of recent years around immigration, which has solved nothing except drive division and hostility towards migrants in our communities, as we saw during last summer's racist violence. From immigration mugs to Rwanda, from reform to blue Labour, the spiral of doom on this issue continues apace. The shameless posture of politicians who wish to make a name on the back of this issue, driving division as one of the most unedifying parts of this job and this place. Just last week, the Honourable Member for Clacton was praising Trump. Horrific statement to ethnically cleanse guards of the people it belongs to. A plan that itself will create over 1.6 refugees if, God forbid, it comes to fruition. I can't help but wonder, Madam Deputy Speaker, how many of those freshly created refugees will be invited to build a new life in Clacton. I also worry, Madam Deputy Speaker, that by focusing too extensively on deterrence and enforcement, the government will miss a vital opportunity to tackle the deep-rooted systemic issues that are truly at the heart of inequality in our country. Because if we solve the economic issues, we begin to heal as a nation, and the toxicity around this debate loses its power. Madam Deputy Speaker, I have discussed migration many times with constituents who are concerned, and I really value those conversations. But I was told during one such conversation that we had a shortage of housing due to immigrants, and that constituents cannot see a GP because of immigrants. I want to repeat here what I told him. Between 1946 and 1981, as a nation, we built 5 million council homes. Since 1981, we have built 250,000. Liverpool has not built a council house for 36 years. Madam Deputy Speaker, it's Thatcher's legacy, not migration. That's where the finger should point for our present-day housing crisis. And Speaker admits, despite the best attempts of some of the sections of the media to portray asylum seekers living a life of luxury at UK taxpayers' expense, the reality is quite different. It is often the private companies contracted to run the government immigration services and house asylum seekers in awful conditions who reap the benefits. Serco's 2023 half-year results stated that revenues increased by 13%, with financial statements citing a rise in profits partly due to strong demand for immigration services, and the destruction of the NHS by 14 years of austerity and decades of privatisation is why people can't get a GP appointment or receive treatment in A&E. It's immigrants who help build the NHS, Madam Deputy Speaker. A man recently told me he was a true patriot and that immigration is responsible for everything he was suffering economically, and he reflected on those words, true patriot, and a narrative being spun around who is and not worthy to live on these isles. Recently, my brother had our DNA tested and discovered that we were 65% Irish, 25% Scottish, 9% Welsh, and surprisingly 1% Danish, but 0 English. Scouse not English, you might say. Yes, I am fiercely proud to come from these isles in my great city of Liverpool, with its melting pot of cultures built on immigration. That's how I define patriotism, not by race or religion, which is a road I fear many are taking right now into the race to the bottom with Trump's America. So to conclude, Madam Deputy Speaker, let us stop demonising those who come to the UK in search of safety, security and a better life. Let us nurture humanity, not hatred, and revisit the methods used to house, support and integrate migrants upon arrival in the UK. As I said earlier, immigration forms the very foundation of my great city, and we are all richer for it. We know that managed badly, immigration can breed fear, anger, hatred, but this is not inevitable. Managed well, and with the right support in place for local communities and migrants, immigration can be benefits for us all. And I will watch this bill as it progresses with great interest to see if it delivers the fair, humane and effective immigration system this country so desperately needs.